Hey, hello everybody. Hello, dear people. I know that you are used that to see us every 2 weeks Sunday together with my colleague Andrea for a new edition of Women Talk Forever About. But unfortunately, Andrea, she had a commitment today. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it by myself. Because I could not help myself, because I want to share something with you today, a book which I really love and is one of my favorite on my list. But first of all, before I check how it works, the life on my profile, I have a challenge for you. Think now, take several seconds and think about what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear? And then I will share mine with you. But first, let's see how our life works. Yes, it should be perfect now. So, did you think about your biggest fear? One of my biggest fear was the fear of rejection. Do you know this fear? Do you know the pain that you feel in your guts when you are rejected, when someone say no to you? And actually, this fear of rejection is in the first top 3 fears in the world, of people in the world. And actually, this book I want to talk about today, it's a bestseller from 2015, and it's called Rejection Proof by Jia Jiang. And it includes, for me, it's one of the funniest book about rejection. When I read it, I was just laughing and laughing because this guy, this author, he had so much courage to fight rejection and to overcome his fear that he really embarked into 100 days rejection proof. So 100 days get exposed himself to rejection every single day. But first of all, let's think. Why do we fear rejection? What's your opinion about it? Because for sure we all fear that. Studies shows that actually when you are rejected, your brain has the same reaction caused by the physical pain. So the rejection for your brain, it's similar to the physical pain. So this comes actually from a long time ago, from the origin of the world, the physical pain. And that's why, of course, we fear rejection. Of course, because it's exactly the same impact as the physical pain. But we should not mistake rejection with a failure. This is something completely different. And we will see what's the good impact actually that rejection can have. Um, what we need to know also is that rejection is something subjective. So it's a matter of moment. It's a matter of person you address your request to. If you pitch to the wrong audience, if you or even to the same person but a different moment, that the rejection that you receive may be a mirror of that person fears, of that person limits. So that's why you need to be patient when handling rejection. But also you need to pitch it to the right audience. You need to constantly think about changing the audience, changing the environment. And I was impressed by an example in this book about a world-class violinist, Joshua Bell. So he did a study, a social study with the Washington Post, and he put himself in the position when he went to play his violin at the metro station in New York, just to see if he would be like a beggar, how many people would watch, would listen to his music. And actually, so he's a world class violinist. And actually, only 6 people listen to his concert. Only 6 people were there to listen to his music. And that's why pitch, because the appearances can be really tricky. He looked like beggar. He was sitting in the entry of the metro, the subway station. So he pitched correct. He pitched to the wrong audience. That's why the audience is so important. And what you also need to know, and what we also at Forever in our business we practice every single day, is the magic of why. Before, when you receive a rejection, when you receive a no, the first thing to ask is why. You need to try to understand the reason behind that, because it may not change the verdict for you, but it may open you the door to new opportunities. And in one of the day of the 100 days journey of Jia Jiang, he was actually knocking at the door, of some unknown neighbor, and he asked that person, "Can I plant some flowers in your garden?" So the guy who was looking at him like, "Oh no," but I noted that the neighbor in front of me loves flowers, so he may be really positive about. So sometimes a no can be an open door to other opportunities. And another advice given in the book is to use humor. Use humor, and when you ask something with a smile, which I'm expert in doing this actually, but it's also a matter of practice. When you ask something with a smile, for sure you have better chances to get a yes. Of course, you come with the positive energy. If you are authentic, if you are, and if you explain the reason behind. So even Jia Jiang, the author, he tried something to skip the queue. So he was in a queue and he tried to skip the line. And it's different. He noticed that it was different when he was just trying to skip the line without explaining why, and when he was giving a reason, or even a trivial reason, but just to give a reason, because people, they want to hear a reason for you. Why do you want this? Why? Every time you have a reason, you increase your chances to a positive answer. And for people who don't know, because we are all fearful of rejection, but the rejection, it can be actually a good sign. It can be the sign that you are on the good way, or that you are doing something which is innovative, which is creative, which is people are afraid of change, right? So when you do something that it's gonna be different from everybody else, when it's gonna be yourself, um, you may get rejection. That can be actually a good sign. That's it. That is a good sign, and it's a motivation to feed your goals. And for me, at least, the rejection, because it's true that in my current activity as a future professional network marketer, I'm receiving a lot of rejection. We are all receiving a lot of rejection. But as I said, the rejection is subjective. It's a matter of your receiver state of mind, limits, fears, and it's a practical way to learn how to implement actually the insights from this book. And what we learn every single day, for me, the biggest, I would say, the biggest benefit of the rejection is that I learn to detach myself from the outcome. I just do the actions that I need, but I don't spend time thinking about the outcome. I go to people with my heart. I am authentic. I am what I am. I learn to value myself. And this is something that is coming from this book. But when I first read this book the first time, I didn't know how to apply it. I had no idea how to. I didn't feel able to, let's say, embark myself in an official 100 days rejection journey. Uh, but now, when I came back to this book to prepare the live, I realized that I am in this type of journey, and I really thank to my activity in network marketing because it puts me to put in practice everything I learned from this book, everything, and a lot of personal development book, because this is actually what network marketing is about personal growth, about overcoming your limits, about overcoming your fears, and not to fear rejection anymore. Connect with people, explaining the reason behind, develop my empathy, because that is also a good positive benefit from getting rejected, from handling, learning how to handle rejection. It's developing your empathy and taking the risk. Take the risk to get rejected, take the risk to start something new. That's one of the things now I have the chance to put in plans. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So, if you want to see, to have the funniest insight, because I think this book, Rejection Proof by Jia Jiang, is the funniest book about rejection I've ever read. You're gonna laugh a lot. You're gonna laugh a lot. It's crazy. Um, and you will see lots of insights. And this is already the first step, learning about rejection theoretically. And the second step, find your own way to practice. Find the activity to practice. Embark yourself in a journey like I did, and also like the author did, in a journey to fight rejection. Because I can promise you, if you learn to fight rejection, the success, it's right next door, and the growth is gonna be for you. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you got inspired, and I hope you're gonna read this book, because it's really a great asset to your value. And see you very soon. I cannot promise you when, but for sure in 2 weeks' time we're gonna have a new edition, and we talk about another book. Hopefully with Andrea this time. A new edition of Women Talk 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 Forever about. Have a nice Sunday. Bye bye.